Welcome to the road to $1 million in crypto live stream, where I'm going to try to document my journey over the next 300 days to see if it's possible to reach that magic number. Now, if you're new, my name is Sash. I'm an entrepreneur and I believe in financial education because that is the only way you and I are going to build financial independence. So like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and join me on this journey. This is day 5. All right, welcome back, everybody. Here is the spreadsheet for today. Now, things kind of went a little crazy in the market recently, and I think it's important to acknowledge a few things. Okay, so right now we're seeing a Bitcoin price of $36,800, and we're seeing an Ethereum price of around $2,580. So there was a slight dip in the market there, and I think I have a theory as to why that is currently taking place. So our profitability over the last 24 hours in both Bitcoin and ETH have had to be adjusted, basically. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. These markets are super volatile. By the way, you're looking at a spreadsheet where I get to track every single one of my cryptocurrency earnings, and this is all done on Google Sheets. I made the spreadsheet. If you want to obviously check this out, I'll have a link to it in the description below, probably without my data. So in case you're interested in tracking your own cryptocurrency investments, you can do that. Okay, cool. So let's see what we earned in Bitcoin and in ETH. Notice that our daily profitability is a little bit low there, but overall we've got a starting point with around $3,000 in profit. Let me just break this down for you here really quickly. On row 2, this makes up our mining revenue. Now, for those of you who are new and you don't know about me, I am a cryptocurrency miner. I should be releasing some mining videos pretty soon. I think that's something lots of people would be interested in seeing. So yeah, I've been a cryptocurrency miner for about 6 months now. That's been going really, really well. Already broke even a while ago on all my equipment. And so that brings in a large portion of our daily revenue. The next section here is decentralized finance on the Binance Smart Chain. Now that's just a simple way of saying I buy cryptocurrency on the Binance Smart Chain network and I lend it. In other words, I use it as proof of stake to power the network on Fishswap. And I get to earn interest doing so. And so that brings in a fair amount of revenue, which I'm really excited about. And obviously we have the main portfolio here where I diversify my investments by purchasing projects that I believe in. This is excluding ETH and BTC. Okay, so these 3 categories kind of make up the primary earnings that will be taking us, hopefully, to $1 million. Our average so far has been as follows. We're looking at about $11 on Bitcoin per day. I did turn off lots of my ASIC miners recently because of the energy consumption in comparison to the Bitcoin price. And I am making around $90 per day on average. Again, right now, because of the dip in ETH, right here, the dip in ETH, I am looking at a lower rate, but that's the average of the last 7 to 8 days. Okay, so let me show you here what it looks like in case you want to see the madness. All right, so this is just a zoomed out view here. I started tracking this all the way at the very beginning of January, which is around the 1st of January, New Year's Day. I started tracking this, just started writing down what I've been earning. I started with a single graphics card, which was doing around $22 per day. Let me see here. I believe this was $22 per day. No, this was $22 per week. Yeah, so I started with a single graphics card that was doing around $22 per week, and then just kind of grew from there. And of course, right now I am currently at this point where I am doing around 11. I need to actually see what the last 24 hours in Bitcoin was doing. So I'm just going to log into my F2 pool account to see how much we earned, which is obviously not that much, but let's find out. So the way I do that is I head over to Google and I just type in BTC to USD converter here. And I just put in the amount 0.000233708. So as you can see, based on today's Bitcoin price and of course the mining rewards over the last 24 hours, it was really low, around $8.75. So I just go ahead and write it in there, $8.75. And then on this end, this is my ETH profitability. And so over the last 24 hours, we earned about $63 mining ETH. Okay, and the way I typically do that is by using a pool. All right, so for those of you who are not familiar with how mining works on the blockchain, you've got two ways to find blocks. You can either mine solo and hope to find blocks on your own, or you can join a pool and hope to find blocks that way. And usually the latter option number 2, joining a pool, is the best way to do that. And the reason for that is because it is incredibly difficult to find blocks, and it's even more difficult to mine entire blocks. If you do, the block reward, of course, is like 2 ETH right now per block every 15 seconds. So anyways, this is my, let me zoom out here. This is my pool. I use Easel to do this. And as you can see, it kind of projects what the daily rate is over 24 hours. Now, I am running about 800 mega hash or so, but my current graphics card running this live stream needs to obviously run this live stream. So I did turn off the miner on this computer. But typically, when I add this miner, I'm around 800 mega hash there. So this right here is an RTX 30 series card. So, right. So that's how I do that. I'll have a tutorial on how to mine in case any of you are interested in doing this at a later stage. Okay, let's jump into Fishswap. All right, so Fishswap makes up the second category here, and this is our earning for the last 24 hours. Now, as you can see, we've actually been doing pretty well on Fishswap, and there are a couple of reasons for that. As you can see here, let's make this a little bit bigger. It's around $140 worth of Fish tokens over the last 24 hours. So you'll notice that in yesterday's stream, if you were here and you did watch it, in yesterday's stream, we actually were doing a lot less. So let me show you the numbers here. We did roughly around 482 fish over 24 hours. And the reason for that is because we had a big whale deposit about $1 million into the pool, into the main pool here. So that total was around 3 million or so. Actually, probably more, like almost $2 million. So as you can see, it's now back down to 1.1 million. And that means that the interest rate has gone up again. So these interest rates, as you can see, very crazy interest rates, which is also pretty exciting. These interest rates are variable, okay? They're not fixed. They go up if you have less liquidity in the pool. They go down if you have more liquidity in the pool. Okay, so APR stands for annualized percentage revenue, I believe, or return, one of the two. So in other words, how much money you're earning in interest per year. Okay, and so here it kind of tells us, if we click on this little calculator here, we're doing about 5.26% per $1,000 on invested. Okay, so right now you could say that we have about $2,400 we have about $2,400 invested, and so per $1,000 we're getting about 5.26%. So you could say we're getting about 2.5 times this amount. Okay, because we obviously have more than $1,000 in the pool. And so the best way to understand compound interest, which by the way is one of the financial wonders of the world. Okay, so please learn about it if you want to build long-term wealth. I'm gonna head over to compound interest calculator on Google, and this helps me see what it looks like when I invest a certain amount of money over a long period of time. So let's go ahead and put that in. Let's say $2,400. Sorry. Okay, so let's say $2,400, and right now the interest rate, you could say, is around 5.26%, or about 391 fish per $1,000. So we're just gonna put in 5 here. Again, super variable, but we're just gonna project this for now. Okay, let's make this a little bit bigger so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, and $2,400 at 5% per day over a period of 1 year, assuming we left our initial amount of money in there for 1 year. And what we want to do is compound daily. So compound basically means I'm going to take every single bit of interest that I've earned, and I'm going to reinvest it back into my my pool. Okay, so that's going to increase my investment. So if I go ahead and click on calculate here, you'll see something really crazy. So brace yourself. Okay, so as you can see, something really crazy, $130 million. Oh my gosh, why is that number so high? All right, so let me show you how that works. So when you first put in your deposit, or the amount of money that you want to invest, that's called your principal investment. And that for us is around $2,400. Okay, our principal investment. After 30 days, in other words, after a month has passed, by reinvesting, in other words, compounding the investment every day, okay, you got to do this every 24 hours. By doing that, our original investment now has grown at 5% per day, which is amazing, by the way. At 5% per day, our original investment has now grown to $10,500. Okay, so notice that it's no longer $2,400. It's now considerably more, about 4x, almost more than 4x more. Okay, notice after 60 days, by just reinvesting every single day, taking what you've earned, putting it back in, taking what you've earned, putting it back in. Okay, not spending it, but rather reinvesting it. Okay, by doing that, notice our principal investment jumps from $2,400 all the way up to $46,000. It's crazy. It's almost what many people would earn in a single year. Amazing. After 90 days, we're looking at around $200,000. And of course, this is not taking into account the price of fish at the present time. Okay, by the way, this is not financial advice. Okay, I'm not telling you go ahead and try and invest in this vehicle. I'm just doing this to document my process, okay? So anytime somebody says, hey, you should consider this, please always tread with caution. Please always do your research, okay? Do not ever make financial decisions based on what someone else says or suggests. Always do your own research and always track your numbers. By the way, if you haven't followed me before, you can check out my other social links in the description below. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook in the description below. Okay, so now that we know how compounding works, by just reinvesting what we want, what we're earning every day, but just reinvesting it back, let me show you what that looks like. Okay, so I'm in Fish right now, in Fishswap rather. You can see the token price is around 13 cents. Okay, I can obviously verify that by going to Dex Guru here and checking out the price action over the present moment in time. All right, let's just make this a little bit bigger so you can see. And right now you can see, yeah, it's very, very much around 13 cents. So lots of buying activity up. Actually not that much buying activity, a fair amount of buying activity, and then some price selling. Okay, so these red candles here represent the selling or the shorting of this particular asset. Yesterday, I believe, earlier this morning, we did go up to 15 cents, and then there was a massive dump there, so lots of people trying to take profit. Okay, so of course we're not doing amazing. We're not doing amazing. We did at one point see a token price of $1, and I'm really excited to see that again. I believe that might happen very, very soon. So let's see if it actually does happen. Okay, so in case you missed yesterday's live stream, I mentioned that Fishswap, the Fishswap team are planning on launching the Fish token on some of the centralized exchanges like MXC, Finance, and BitThumb. The listing price is $1. So that's a potential arbitrage opportunity. In case you buy it at 13 cents, you can obviously go over to those platforms and sell it at $1. Okay, pretty awesome return. Now let's go ahead and jump into the farm section. This is the yield farm that I'm currently invested in, earning about 2,200% per year or around 6% per day. I'm going to harvest this, which means I'm going to withdraw into my wallet. Every time you do a withdrawal on the Binance Smart Chain, you're going to have to pay a gas fee. Okay, so please make sure you pay a gas fee every time you harvest. So you need some BNB. That's the first thing you need, okay? Before you even decide to buy any of these tokens, you need to have BNB for gas, okay? So now I'm gonna head over to the pool and I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna choose the harvest button. Okay, so let's click on harvest and let's go ahead and pay the gas fee. At the present moment in time, that is $338. $338 times 0.0005, and the gas fee you could say is around 16 cents or around almost 17 cents per transaction. Okay, so every time I harvest, I'm going to be paying that gas fee. Okay, so right now I'm just waiting for my contract to be accepted, which of course it is not, has not been accepted yet. So let's try that again. All right, Fishswap. Let's just hit the refresh button here to see if it will work again. So I'm just going to connect my wallet. Sometimes the network gets a little congested. If your contract does not get submitted, you do not pay any gas fee. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. I'm gonna hit confirm here, wait for it to process, and hopefully it will extract that. Okay, perfect. So there it is. It has extracted our amount of fish. And right now in my wallet, 1,054 fish over the last 24 hours. Let's go ahead and actually 1,054 fish. Over the last 24 hours, about $131, or a little bit more actually, since this price is currently at 12 cents. So I've got to update the spreadsheet since we went up in value a little bit there. All right, so now that I have fish in my wallet, I have the option to either sell my fish, so I can go over to the trade section and get regular BUSD for it, or just USD Tether for it, or I can reinvest this 1,000 fish back into the pool. And since we're all about compounding interest here, we're going to click on the plus sign, we're going to choose max, and we're going to confirm the transaction. Okay, so again, same thing. You'll notice that gas fee is a little bit higher, about 20 cents, and click confirm. And hopefully we would have confirmed. Okay, perfect. So we're just under 19,000 fish at the moment. So, like I said, very cool opportunity coming up very soon. A potential price listing on MXC, Who Finance, and Bithumb. There you could potentially sell your fish tokens for at a price of $1. So you could technically, I could technically just withdraw this entire amount, and instead of it being valued at, what is it valued at right now? So 18,904 times 0.13. It's currently valued at around 2,400. Of course, crazy price fluctuation. If I wanted to get my original money back, I can just withdraw 2,400 tokens, sell it at $1 and get my original principal back, or I could just sell it all and get 18,900 back, okay? So very, very cool opportunity coming up very soon there. And now I'll just head over to the home page, and there you could see my current earnings, 13 cents so far. All right, cool. So that is me so far. Let me just head over to the chat here to see if anybody's saying anything interesting. All right, so we've got one comment, Mr. 3 Arab. All right, welcome. I appreciate you joining us for today. It says, hi, I wanted to ask whether you use your credit card or PayPal to convert your crypto, and how do you get it exactly? So if I'm not mistaken, you're asking, how do you get cryptocurrency in your bank account, right? So I'm gonna just show you my screen one more time here. Okay, so let's say, for example, I currently have 18,900 fish, which I have been compounding for the last month, right? So if that's the amount that I have and I want to withdraw it into my wallet and make it a stable coin, first I'm going to choose the harvest button. Okay, and obviously I'll be able to actually no, let me do that again. That was my bad. All right, so it's not the harvest button, it's actually this minus sign here. So if you, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. All right, so this minus sign allows me to withdraw the entire amount that I have staked in the pool. So once I click confirm, it'll basically end up in my wallet, 18,900 fish. The next step for me to do is head over to exchange and click on this button right here, choose fish, and here I can select BUSD or Tether USD. Okay, so if you want, you can just write B or USDT Tether. Okay, any one of them would work fine. These are stable coins pegged at 1-to-1 on the dollar. All right, I put in the amount that I want, 18,900. It'll tell me how many dollars I'm going to get. Okay, once I have my dollars in, or rather my stable coin in my wallet, the next step is to basically use an exchange to get the money into your bank account, right? So I personally prefer Binance. Binance is the biggest cryptocurrency centralized exchange in the world. You can use this. Let me quickly log in here and do my two-factor authentication. Alrighty. Let's see here, two-factor By the way, two-factor authentication, super important in case you are doing anything like this online. All right, 044 116. All right, cool. So that changes like every 60 seconds or so. So that's a two-factor authentication. One-time password gets sent to your mobile device to prevent any kind of crazy interception, so you're always secure. All right, cool. So from Binance here, what you want to do is you'll want to send your tether. Okay, so let's say you've withdrawn your $2,400 worth of tether. Okay, what you'll do is you'll click on the tether amount and choose send. All right, and put in your deposit address. So click on deposit, crypto, choose BEP20, choose USDT tether, put in that address. Okay, take that address and put it in to your send. Okay, so send here, put in that address and choose max, of course, if you've got 2,400 in there already. And then you just send it, okay? And so your amount of tether will basically show up in your exchange. All right, and then from there, you basically have the opportunity to withdraw it as fiat currency. Okay, so you'll notice it's fiat currency. So what you obviously want to do is you want to sell your tether. You want to sell your tether for maybe US dollars or something like that. Okay, so make sure that you sell your tether for US dollars, and then you can simply withdraw it into your bank account from this withdraw fiat button. Okay, I would choose USD. All right, and then put in the amount that you'll have, and you can put in your banking details. Okay, so that's one way to do it. The second way, which is my preferred method, is to use Oasis. Oasis is a local UAE-based exchange that allows you to basically transact in dirhams. So from my Oasis account, I'll head over to core. Let me just make this a little bit bigger so you can see this. I'll head over to core, buy and sell. Okay, of course you'll need to send your tether here first. And once your tether is in there, you'll choose core, buy and sell. And then you click on sell. And you choose the pair. Okay, so in this case, USDT to AED. Assuming you have 2,430 or whatever, 2,460, it'll tell you how many dirhams you'll get for that. And then you choose sell. Once you do, the amount will be basically deposited in AED like what you see I have here. This is my transaction history, by the way, based on all the ETH that I've sold and gotten dirhams for it. Okay, so once you've got your dirhams, you then basically have the opportunity to withdraw that into your bank account. So in this case, you'll choose the withdraw button. You'll see this basically activate here. And again, same as Binance, you'll be able to put in your banking details and withdraw it into your bank account. It should arrive in about 7 days. Again, my withdrawal history here, you can see I basically got some dirhams into my bank account. So that's one way to get paid in case you are interested in getting this as real money. All right. Somebody says, is this a scam? I don't think it's a scam. I personally, of course, I'm not endorsing anything. I'm just showing you my process. So if you are interested, please tread with caution and please only start investing with what you're willing to lose, regardless of what cryptocurrency you are investing in. Never ever put your life savings into this. Never ever put your children's education allowance or something like that into this, okay? This is cryptocurrency. It is volatile and it can change at any time. It can go to zero, it can go to the moon. It's all about risk tolerance, okay? So if you're willing to risk $100, $10, $5. Start with what you are willing to risk. In other words, what you'd be okay losing, okay? And then you can experiment. Don't say, okay, I want to put in $10,000 and that's all I have saved, okay? Like what so many people did with Dogecoin and Shiba Inu and maybe even Bitcoin and ETH, okay? Lots of people put in their life savings, okay? Do not ever do that. Make sure you keep your savings separate, and this is crypto. Consider this play money, okay? You are investing, but you're also willing to, at any point, lose this money, okay? So keep that in mind always. All right, my wife is here. Hey, Desara, I appreciate you joining today. All right, so I don't see any other comments here, so I'm just gonna quickly tell you about a really cool opportunity. If you're tired of the rat race and you wanna build your own online course business, I want you to check out our free workshop below where we'll teach you how to go from 0 to sales in 60 days. This is our main business, Blue Brain, and here we basically show people how to build their own online course business completely online, and this workshop again is totally free. So make sure you check that out in the description below. I'm going to basically end, guys. I want to say thank you so much. If you have not yet followed me on all of these socials, please do so, and hopefully we can connect there. I want to say again, thank you so much for joining me on this journey. It is incredibly risky, but it's also incredibly rewarding if you know how to play this right, okay? So please tread with caution, not financial advice, and if of course you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. Like the video again. If you haven't done so, share it with somebody that you think could benefit from it so this community can grow. I'm doing this entirely for education purposes so that I can empower you financially. With that, guys, I'm going to see you in tomorrow's episode. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.